This is the Book Legion Podcast, where we review thought-provoking books to give our Legionnaires the knowledge they need to dominate the next level of their life.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Book Legion. This is Kevin Diaz here. I wanted to let you all know about a book I just finished reading called The Vertical Diet. I got it right here for those of you guys that are watching and that it's not getting blurred out. Sorry about that. But I've been looking to get into a book in regards to diet. I think it's very important that we keep in mind what we're putting in our mouths due to that being our literal energy for the day. So I think it's something that just doesn't get thought about, or it's easy to not get to the front of your brain as we're going through our daily rush of our lives. So Vertical Diet by authors Stan Efferding and Damon McCune. Stan, a little bit about the author. Stan is a professional bodybuilder. This guy's a world record holding powerlifter. He's been training high school, collegiate, and professional athletes for over 25 years. It's almost as old as I am. So pretty long time. And the crazy thing about this guy is that he's got the record for most raw weight lifted in competition, which I didn't even know what that means. But basically, he's got an 865-pound squat, 600 on the bench, 600 pounds on the bench, and 837 pounds deadlifting for a total of 2,300 pounds, just over that. Okay, so world record for most raw weight, 2,300 pounds. I think this guy knows a little bit about nutrition and exercise, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And the co-author on this is Dr. McCune. He is a licensed healthcare provider, exercise physiologist, and also a registered dietitian. He's got a PhD in exercise physiology with research focused on enhancing resistance training performance and hormonal response through nutritional manipulation. And like I said, I've been looking to get into a diet book, something super easy to read, and this really delivered. The layout is simple. Chapters take about 10 minutes to read, and it's filled with interesting facts and like myth-busting sections. One of my favorite ones was in regards to that egg yolks are bad for you. I kind of always make fun of people that just buy like egg whites, considering you're missing out on the most nutrition part of the egg, the yolk, and this book backs it up. It's high quality protein and filled with nutrients. So I'll take that as a win. So my first point, first takeaway rather, that I took from this book is that actually, most diets work if you stick to them. It just can feel like there's a lot to each and every single one of them, and it can be very overwhelming. And that's one of the reasons that most diets fail. But really, they fail due to three basic reasons. That's because you're hungry, right? Obviously, you're tired, and last but not least, you have no plan, or you're just going into it and you really have no idea what you're doing. So it gave a couple of tips in regards to each of those reasons. So for hungry, try and trade your ground beef for whole steaks. It takes longer to digest. Your body has to exert more energy, your stomach, to digest those foods. So it'll help space out your cravings. Another one is increase your sodium and potassium intake. That'll help your cravings. And eat slowly, guys. It takes your digestive system 20 minutes to realize that it's full. And I know, I'm guilty of rushing through a meal. And the next thing you know, you're breathing heavy, your stomach aches, and you're regretting your entire existence. So I totally understand that. Second reason when people fail is because you're tired. One way to help with that is to be consistent with your bedtimes. Wake up at the same time, go to bed at the same time, keep your body in that circadian rhythm. Eat foods containing iodine. That's a big one. And one thing that I actually am incorporating, and I was happy to see on the book, was to take a walk after you eat your dinner, or really any lunch or any meal, right? 10-minute walk. It helps your body with digestion and to normalize your blood sugar levels. The last reason, no plan. Very important if you're getting into diets. Like I said earlier, it can be very, very overwhelming. Super easy way to help is to meal prep in advance so you can stay disciplined and not be tempted to eat garbage. Track your progress. He recommends an app called MyFitnessPal to help track your calories and all the foods that you're consuming. Helps to weigh yourself daily as well, so you can see and track your progress. Get a blood panel done as well, guys. That can really identify some deficiencies and potential health issues. And Stan even Stan even lists a discount on the book to help you get that done, which I really appreciate. It's help you save some money. And most of these issues that can be found, these deficiencies can be helped just simply by improving your sleep and combining a healthy diet with your exercise, which seems like a no-brainer, but I don't know if we've looked around, but a lot of people probably need to hear that. The second takeaway from the book was how sleep really impacts how your body is firing on all cylinders, or how it can not be firing on all cylinders. And a lack of sleep causes an increase in what's called the hunger hormone, otherwise known as ghrelin. And there's a University of Chicago sleep study over 14 days, and people that slept 8 hours or more, they lost both 3 pounds of fat and 3 pounds of muscle. And the people that slept less than 6 hours lost just 1 pound of fat, but 5 pounds of muscle. So as the ghrelin rises, it makes your body burn muscle rather than those stored fat reserves that we're obviously trying to target. So some of the tips for sleep that were mentioned were, I don't know, some of people like to drink a few, knock a few back before you go into bed. You think it's relaxing. Yeah, it's really not. It's messing with your body. It's not good for you at the end of the day. Or even if you like to, partake in the activity regarding the devil's lettuce before going to bed, I don't recommend that either. And also important to do a brain dump. I know some people like to journal before going to bed or in the morning. Very important to do that. Just put your thoughts, dump them on the page. Make sure that when you go to bed, you're as clear-headed as possible. And one big one that I'm a huge fan of is no electronics for an hour before going to bed. Studies show that blue light can really affect your REM cycle and just affect your brain in a negative way when it comes to sleep. Other thing is, don't overhydrate before going to bed. Waking up and going to go pee can knock you out of that REM cycle, restart it. It can cause you to be groggy in the morning, make you feel more tired. So don't overhydrate before going to bed. And for those of you guys that have kids or have pets that you like to invite to sleep on your bed, try not to do that. They're going to be moving around. They're going to be messing with your sleep. So Stan and Dr. McCune don't recommend that at all. And my last takeaway from the book was obviously the diet itself, how it's focused on nutritionally dense foods that cause very little of any bloating. The foods that are recommended on this diet, they're rich in macronutrients and come from unprocessed ingredients that are really intended to help with your digestibility. They help you be less lethargic, feel less fatigued after eating. We've all been there when we overindulge. And these diets are designed to be sustainable for over a long period of time. Unlike some of the other ones like keto or paleo that I mentioned earlier, many people on those diets, when they lose the weight, unfortunately, they just seem to put it quickly back on after switching out of it. And again, download MyFitnessPal. Really, Stan was really big on that, to use as an app to track your calories, take pictures, weigh yourself daily, see that your progress on a long-term basis. And at the end of the day, you need to find a diet that's going to work for you, that you really enjoy doing it. Because if you hate it, it's never going to work long-term. And don't forget to mix in the exercise, and hopefully you can bench 600 pounds one day like Stan Efferding can, which is absolutely remarkable. So that's the vertical diet. I'll show it again here before we wrap it up, but we'll put the book and in the description for Amazon, with an Amazon link. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for stopping by, guys. And this is Kevin Diaz signing out, and I'll see you next time.